What's up everyone? Today I'm going to show you how to install this GE in-wall smart switch with a Z-Wave technology. I use these with my Wink system and am loving them. This is going to make about the 11th or 12th one that I've got in my house, so I'll kind of hop on and do a tour of that here in a little bit. But so this is the box. I get mine from Amazon. They're about 35, 40 bucks, somewhere in there. They kind of fluctuate price-wise. It's going to be going right in here. So first thing you want to do when you're replacing the light switch, of course, is to turn off the electricity. Go out to your breaker panel, do that. This switch is going to be for this outdoor light right here. And so as you can see, as I flip it on and off, we're not getting anything. So that's how you want to start off. So I'm going to take off this plate here, and then we'll show you what the inside looks like. Okay, so here we are with the cover taken off. Then I pulled out just the two Phillips screws that are right there. What you've got, this is a pretty standard light switch, real simple, just goes to one light. You're gonna see a couple things in here. Tucked back in the box, that little white bundle of cable, kind of the center one right back here, that is gonna be my neutral. So I'm gonna add a wire to that, which actually comes with these switches. One of the great things is they come with the pre-cut, set up, ready to go wire that you're gonna need there. The copper wire coming out of the side is our ground, and then we've got a line and a load cable coming in here. Those are respectively coming from the light itself and then the breaker panel. So what we'll do is we'll check those out. We'll start installing the switch here, and I'll kind of show you what that looks like here in just a second. All right, so here we are. Got the old existing switch off. As you can see, got my 4 wires that we're going to be using here. So we've got my neutral, which is, I just basically popped off that wire nut that was here and added in that cable that they had provided for me in the GE box. I got my ground. I've got my line, which is the hot one, which is actually what goes to the breaker. And then I've got my load over here, which is the one that's going to actually go to the light itself. So then what you're going to do is you're going to take out your the new GE switch. This is it right here. Real simple instructions. I love how simple this stuff is. So you've got your ground right on top with that green wire nut. On this side right over here, this is your neutral wire, so the white one's going to go right in there. You've got your load right up top here and your line right down at the bottom here. The reason this guy is covered up is you only use these if you have a 3-way switch, which I have put in a couple of the 3-way switches. Those are really easy. You have a traveling wire, but in this setup we don't have one of those, so we don't have to worry about that. So all we're going to do at this point is connect those 4 wires up onto here, and then we'll test it out and see how we did. Alright, so we've got the switch in. As you can see, got our wiring and everything set up in there. Ground up top, like we said, which is always your copper wire. The white one, I'll flip over here, it's always your neutral wire. That one goes down into that one. And then you've got your line and your load, which go right in over here. So once you've got all that in, I've gone ahead and flipped on the power again to kind of test things out. You can see we get our nice blue LED down there at the bottom. That means our neutral is working properly, and from what I've seen so far, it actually means that everything is wired up properly. So once you've got that, you can actually test out your light. So here's my nice little light. Hard to see, but there it is, came on, turns off, nice and simple. At that point, I don't worry about pairing it to your sensor yet, or to your hub yet. I actually go ahead and put it back in the wall completely, because at this point we know that this guy is good. So I will put this back into the wall, and then we'll finish up from there. Alright, and here is our finished product. So we've got the switch all installed, got the plate back on there. I'll put a link to the plates that I use. These are Leviton ones. The only reason I got those is because they match the rest of the house. But other than that, that's it. You've got to pair it to your hub. Now in the Wink hub like I use it as just a generic Z-Wave switch. And so what I've found best is you kind of go through the setup on there on the Wink hub of pairing it, and then when you actually when it tells you to hit the commands on the switch, I just kind of toggle the light back and forth a little bit, and that usually picks it up pretty quick. Takes a minute or so, but not too long. So total time, with setup and everything, these guys can take me about 10 minutes now to get going. I'm by no means an electrician, but was able to get this stuff set up and going. So yeah, let me know what you guys think. I'll put some links to them down in the bottom below, and ask any questions, and whatever I can answer I'll do for you guys. So thanks for stopping by, and I'll talk to you later.